absolute latest technology in radar detectors.
The Home Shopping Network. We have what you want.
When I grow up, I want to be a fireman. I'm going to be a teacher. I'm going to build rocket ships.
What they didn't dream is that they would grow up and become infected with HIV, the virus that causes AIDS.
An actress.
There are new treatments that make it possible for people living with HIV and AIDS to lead longer, healthier, more productive lives and to hold on to their childhood dreams.
When I grow up, I'm going to be the president.
Call to learn more about putting people with HIV and AIDS to work.
We're monitoring a very volatile weather situation.
The Weather Channel's team of meteorologists are working right now, tracking weather that may affect you and those you care about. Stay informed. Check in with us throughout the day, every day. This is your local forecast. Weather information you can plan on, only on the Weather Channel. This is WeatherScope.
Good Saturday afternoon. I'm Lisa Moser. Thanks for joining us for this special edition of WeatherScope. We are continuing our coverage of the heavy rain in the Northeast. It has created extensive flooding problems in parts of Pennsylvania. Some roadways are closed. What is headed next for the area? We'll be letting you know. That's the question we'll be posing to Rich Johnson, who is standing by in the forecast center. Rich?
All right, thank you, Lisa. We're covering the situation of the storm in the Northeast. Of course, a very heavy rain in southwest Pennsylvania, where we did see some flooding, especially over to around Altoona. First of all, some of the scenes out of Blair County. That is southwestern Pennsylvania, where flooding was extensive. Some of the totals came in were upwards of about 2 to 6 inches of rain, actually more than 6 inches around the Altoona area. So plenty of rain, and we were looking at a situation where some of the firefighters had to pump the water out of basements. Obviously street flooding, as you can see as well. So a big problem with some of the rain into the Northeast. Today, thankfully, the situation calming down in southwest Pennsylvania, but certainly more rain for other areas, Buzz.
Yeah, it looks like the heaviest rains now are moving into the southern portions of New England. Across Long Island here, we can just barely see that on the radar, but looks like a wet afternoon along the Connecticut shore and for areas around New York City.
Okay, as we check out the situation with our current weather map, we have a low off the coast of Delaware. How long do we expect this low to hang around and continue to bring rain into New England?
Actually, looking at some of the new model data, it suggests that that low is going to sit there overnight. Just kind of sit, spin, maybe deepen a little bit, and it may be during the day tomorrow before it really makes a determined move toward the northeast.
Okay, heaviest rain right now is over toward Long Island, is that correct?
Long Island, southeastern New York State, southwestern Connecticut, and spreading on up toward the Connecticut shore, too.
Okay, here are the temperatures just about like yesterday, where we've seen low 40s in western Pennsylvania, even a bit of snow on the highest mountain peaks from Pennsylvania, actually all the way down through North Carolina. We do have marine warnings out for today, Eastport southward all the way down to Fenwick Island, Delaware, so there could be some gusty conditions on the coast. As we check out the latest satellite picture, we do see lots of clouds out here. Tell us what we're looking at with these clouds and where the rain is heaviest with these?
Well, you look for the heaviest rain where you see the most colorful tops of the clouds. That indicates that there's a lot of vertical motion up through the atmosphere, lifting the clouds, condensing the water vapor, and of course then a lot of rain falling out of those high top clouds.
So it's essentially what we're looking at right in through here, south of Narragansett Bay and off of Long Island. That's the heaviest of the rain.
Yeah, and you can see it's heading right up in this direction, so a wet afternoon for areas where it's already raining. It's going to continue.
All right, thanks, Buzz. Join us right now is Jim Cantore. He is standing by in Chatham, Massachusetts. Sort of a breezy day like yesterday, although the rain has slackened off at least for the time being.
We have been very fortunate, Rich. We have not gotten into the kind of rain that they're dealing with in New York, that they're obviously dealing with in Pennsylvania. Nothing like that here, and hopefully we will not. But we do expect, as everything begins to lift north, as you and Buzz are talking about, for, in addition to the wind, some rain to move in. So that's what we're going to be facing tonight. Now, the winds have actually picked up a little bit. Now, perhaps the low is deepening offshore or whatnot, because we did notice last hour, at least some of the observations in Martha's Vineyard, some pressures are falling rapidly. So a sign of deepening, perhaps a tightening of the pressure gradient, therefore an increase in the wind. Needless to say, this is it for at least the early afternoon, but we'll check back in with you tonight. And unfortunately, it appears we'll be telling you about